Hello and welcome to No Tactics. I'm Oscar.
And I'm Tom.
New tactics,
New digs.
new show. We're going to talk about Arsenal versus Manchester United. We're going to look back at some of our terrible 2025 predictions. And we're going to talk about the chaos that was at AFCON.
Also, Donald Trump taking kickoff of the World Cup. Enjoy.
Right, well, there's only one place we can begin, and that is, of course, the big game on Sunday, Arsenal versus United. Now, it's also a bit of a rivalry between Tom and I, but you must be feeling a little bit better, actually, now for you.
I feel so much better.
Yeah.
I feel so much better. I feel like when Amram was in charge, I was bricking it. I was thinking about this game, obviously just after my birthday, I was thinking, what is going to happen? Are we going to get absolutely smashed? Because, see, first game of the season, we played against you and we looked good.
Yeah, you actually played quite well against us, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it hasn't worked out for United or Amorim, obviously. But you have a new man at the wheel, which is Carrick, and you might have a bit of a new manager bounce.
I don't know if I necessarily believe in it. Obviously, we look ridiculous compared to what we have done. It's obviously one of our best games that I've seen in recent years.
Oh, for sure.
But I feel like it's just loads of things that he was able to put into the game that I think Amorim didn't. Ten Hag obviously had a little bit more than Amorim in the sense of tactically changed about a bit, but Amorim was so stuck in his ways with the five at the back.
He got the Manchester United feeling, the 4-4-2. It just felt right. From the moment you kicked off against City, the way you played, like you said, it's probably the best I've seen United play in a very long time. It just felt right to me. And yeah, I mean, from where I'm standing, look, I would have been much happier coming up against Amorim rather than a Michael Carrick new manager bounce. So there is a bit of, there's a quantity of unknown. I have no idea how United are going to come into this game, especially after beating City. Are you going to approach it the same? Or actually, are you going to be very much how you've always used to be against us back in the day, where you play on the counter-attack, we play all the nice football, but you just get us on the counter?
I feel like it looked like we were kind of playing a bit of counter-attack in football against City anyway. I feel like I don't think the 4-4-2 is going to work against you. Obviously, I know we're no tactics, so we don't really talk about formation.
Don't even know what that is.
Yeah, but however, the fact is, looking at us against City push up really, really high. Yeah. United basically caught them on the counter-attack and were just playing long balls, and it worked. But I don't know. Arsenal don't really play like that. They play more of a rigid back four where your centre-backs are absolutely solid. But who have you got in centre-back for that game?
Standard, mate. Gabriel and Saliba. Both. Yes.
Okay.
The only question I have for you, Tom, who's going to be starting as the number 9 against Manchester United? Now, I know who you would rather play against.
Oh, Gyökeres. He's like a washing machine on legs.
Yeah, but he did score the other day. Do you go for him, or do you actually go for someone else who also scored, which is Gabriel Jesus, who I admit is definitely a better fit for the team than, Brock Lesnar, shall I say? I would rather start with Jesus.
I think I would rather you start with Gyökeres, but that is a very, very personable thing because I want you to fail. I want you to fail really badly. But I think Gabriel Jesus, he scores 2 goals against Inter Milan and looked almost back to his best. I feel like that first goal that he scored against Inter Milan was really tasty.
Yeah, and Gyökeres wouldn't do that kind of goal.
No, I mean, he stretched, he moved his body. Gyökeres is more of a wooden man. You can see with Amram's squad, he said that you couldn't have Mainu and Casemiro in sort of like the 8 and the 6 with Fernandes in the 10. Makes no sense. You saw how good Fernandes was.
Yeah, he was wasted in that position, and you could clearly see once Fernandes was further up the pitch, he had way more freedom. He was pinging some amazing passes, and Buemo, he gets fed a lot better. It made so much sense to have Fernandes back in his natural position, and then you free Mainu. Look, let's talk predictions then. What's your head saying? What's your heart saying? What are you saying, Tom?
So I genuinely think that it's going to be a little bit of an exciting game. There'll be some goals. I think it could be 1-1 up until the last, and then United get a scrappy goal. It could be
you're going to win, yeah?
Yeah, I reckon we're going to win. I reckon it's going to be a Šeško or Dorgu winner, and it's going to be fantastic.
Where Dorgu, actually, he's a bit of a wild card. I really liked him the other day. I don't even think he knows what he's doing on the ball. He just runs.
Is he a winger? The thing is,
I don't know.
You know, like when Saka came in, he played as left back for Arsenal. Was he a left back or was he a winger that's turned? It's a bit of a weird thing.
He'll cause problems just because of the fact he likes to get in the box. He's rapid.
So fast.
But okay, so you're saying 2-1 United, Dorgu or Benjamin Tesco? Dagger.
Please. Please.
All right.
What do you think? This is the real question. Because for me, it does not matter. Like, obviously, we want to get into top 4. I want to be happily top 4, not having to worry about this fifth in the league sort of tax for English teams. But for you,
This is everything.
So 7 points clear right now, yeah?
Yeah.
If you lose at the weekend, there's one of the other teams are going to win, yeah? So there's only going to be a 4-point difference.
Yeah. No, look, Tom, I know this. I think about it all day, every day, all right?
Goes to sleep just thinking about this.
I have nightmares on what could happen. I have dreams of what could happen. If I'm going to tell you what could happen on Sunday, we're not going to make it easy for ourselves. We love to do this thing where we might accidentally concede early on in the game and then we have to really try and claw it back. And the fans could get a bit nervy if we don't score in the first half. That could happen. But what I do think, actually, the game against Inter was the perfect match for us because there was nothing on the line, let's be honest. It didn't matter if we won, lost or drew. We were still going to finish top. I think that's given the team a bit of confidence. I think they just need to go into this game and actually just, shoulders back, relax, just play some football, man. Is that easy to say?
I mean, it is easy to say.
It's easy for me to say. But I think it might be, you guys could score early on or rattle us a bit. I think we'll come through 2-1 though. And to be honest,
one either way.
At the Emirates, we've not lost this season.
You've not lost this season?
At the Emirates, no.
Oh, that'd be honestly, that would be the best thing.
This is why it's a banana skin, because what could happen? But if I'm just saying, who's the better team right now? Who has more to gain from this, or who has more to lose? And of course it's us. But I'm backing the boys 2-1.
Okay,
be a good game.
I can't wait.
Shall we talk and look back though, Tom? Because actually, we haven't had a catch up. It's been a while, and I actually looked back at our predictions on who's going to win the league, top 5. Golden Boot, Player of the Season, relegation. And we had some stinkers.
Well, it's January. We need to be able to go through what happened at the start of the season anyway.
Yeah, a lot has happened. And look, to kick things off, you said Liverpool would win. And look, by the way, all of this could still happen.
Liverpool will not win the league. They're not win the league. Like, Liverpool are below United. That means that there's a chance, of Man United win the league.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Tell me, imagine.
Liverpool, I don't think anyone could have predicted this fall off.
I don't think they could have. And I think the difficulty is because it's almost like that sort of team where you just throw the best players at it. Yeah. Think about the PSG team when they had Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. I know it's not the same level, but you throw in a lot of really expensive players that have got lots and lots of potential, and obviously they're fantastic right now. At a team, it doesn't always mould that way.
It's not the vibe. It's not the Liverpool vibe by having all the Galacticos. And look, on paper, Isak, Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Frimpong. I'm probably forgetting a couple more players. Like, on paper, it probably was the greatest transfer window I've ever seen. I was shook.
It was a FIFA career mode.
It was FIFA career mode. Yeah, great way of putting it. But you could just tell, even those first few games, right? Even though they're winning, getting some last minute winners, you just kind of felt there was something a little bit off. It wasn't sustainable, them getting their last minute winners. And as the season progressed, when they were losing, you realise, maybe they do miss Trent. Maybe they miss Luis Diaz.
Yeah, I think he scores goals. That's the thing. He scores goals. And I know Gakpo's come in and taken a bit of the burden. I know he's not...
Liverpool fans do not like Gakpo, I don't think.
I think it's because... I think it's purely for the reason that Arne Slot is Dutch and Gakpo is Dutch. And that's
not just somebody.
Yeah, that's why they kind of are that way. But he scored some goals this season. He's not been fantastic. But at the same time, like, who has been in that squad other than Ekitike? Bad guys are...
Yeah, I mean, he's only got one more goal than Yokros, to be fair.
Oh,
I'm not slightly different. I know. I'd rather have Ekitike. Let me make that very clear. I suppose I probably has been the best player though for Liverpool in what's been a up and down season. I know they picked some better form, but they'll probably will finish top 4, I think now, and maybe have like a run in a competition. But they've fallen off.
I mean, we spoke about Salah.
I mean, that whole saga as well. Oh my gosh. And he's yet to come back.
Oh, he came back yesterday.
Oh, did he come back?
Yeah, I don't know. He was on the bench. I didn't see if he actually
Well, they're going to need him because, the whole thing was, we don't need Salah. And, well, no, actually, I think you might do. And, he's had a poor season. Let's not forget that. He still has something to contribute and he wants to prove a point to Slot and for the team. Whether he goes off in the summer, I reckon he probably will.
I think he will.
Probably the time. But yeah, him coming back, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think it was almost one of those things where it was the perfect storm for him to leave in the summer, but he was that good of a player.
You just couldn't.
You couldn't allow him to leave. So it was a weird thing that almost his market value has gone down now because of the position of what he's put himself in this season. But it's a really weird position for him. And did I put him as top goal scorer?
You did. You did put him top goal scorer. I put Haaland, which, I mean, if you take away Haaland, if you look at the rest of the Premier League, Thiago, there's not many people. Haaland's going to win it. Let's just be honest. There's no one else really that's going to threaten him. If we're just going back to it, though, in terms of the positions of the other teams, I did say Arsenal would win the league. I'm still bringing it.
Oh my God, the banana skin if you don't win the league. You'd be amazing.
No one is going to see me ever again. I'm not going to be on camera anymore if that was to happen. But let's not. We've already talked about Arsenal. In terms of the rest of the Premier League, I think you said second. You obviously. I think you said City. You said Chelsea third. I think Chelsea. I think is such a weird one because I put them in the top four as well. It's such a weird one because they were in such a good position going into the season. They won the pre-season tournament, the Club World Cup and Champions of the World and all this stuff and the Conference BTEC League as well. They won that as well. I'm not going to...
But now they got Will Mackenzie in charge.
Who could have seen that coming?
It's the weirdest thing, because you have... I wouldn't say Maresca is a world-class manager because obviously as much as he's won the Conference League, as much as he's won the Club World Cup, and he's done well with Leicester. I can't say he's world-class as such just yet.
Yeah, but Chelsea are in a good position. And I think up until, they sacked him, when we played against Chelsea in December, they were like 2 points behind us. Had they won that game, or there might have been level or something like that, they were in such a good position at the start of Christmas, and they fell off a cliff. And then they just did the classic Chelsea thing, or pulled the trigger, right, new manager in. It's bonkers.
But it's normally for a manager of the same calibre or slightly better, or like a manager you'd think being a Chelsea manager.
Yeah.
Liam Rossigna is not a Chelsea manager.
LinkedIn manager.
I'm so sorry. He is a football manager. That's what he is.
He comes across well, and there's part of me like, he does seem like a good dude.
But you don't necessarily need that as a manager. You want to feel almost like the manager is so much more like advanced than you are, and so much further when it comes to football than you are. But Liam Rossigna just seems like someone that's down sort of teaching a Sunday league.
He does give teacher vibes, actually.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Sports teacher, he definitely could.
Yeah, no, big time. I think Chelsea probably will still get top four. I'd expect them. They've got too much of a good squad, and the investment they've made and the players they've got, I think, they should be top four.
But you say that, yeah? Right now, it's City as second, obviously Arsenal first, City second, third is Villa.
Yeah.
Fourth is United. Yep.
No. There goes your chill, Tom. Chill.
I think fourth is Liverpool.
Yeah, and then it's United.
So Chelsea aren't in that sort of...
No, okay, that is true. And look, before we even go any further, we've got to give a shout out to Villa, man, because I don't think anyone would have put Villa in the top four, especially them just missing out last year. And yeah, actually, they've probably been the biggest surprise this season. The run they were on a couple of weeks ago until we beat them, there was like 11 games in a row. They were on smoke. And I know they look at the moment, they've lost a few players through injury, and I know they're trying to sign a few players, but Villa, I think, should get top four now.
I think they should.
I mean, they're still in the title charge.
It's a weird thing, though, because Watkins has probably had not one of his best seasons in recent times, and they're still looking in that position. Imagine if he was on smoke like he was last season. They would be fighting for top.
Don't get Mateta.
I mean, I was about to say, they're fighting for top. They would be fighting for top of the league. They are fighting for top of the league. Like, if you guys start falling off, if it's a draw, for example,
there's got to be someone. If there's a team that's going to challenge us, it's right now. It's either them or City, right? And you can toss a coin. Who you think at the moment who's actually going to recover?
United. Yeah, we're coming up.
Well, I guess if we're going to talk about United, you did say, Tom, They would finish fifth. I don't even know where I didn't even mention them.
No, I think you went really hard on it and you said there's no chance.
I actually, no, I shamefully will admit this. I'm pretty sure I put Tottenham fifth.
You did.
Yeah, I did. But we'll get to Tottenham, or maybe not. They're not really worth it.
No, I'm not interested.
United, are they going to do it? You're playing one game a week.
I mean, yeah, I think we've got like 40 games this season. Like, it's so there's so many chances to do it, but we have fallen off so many times. But that's under a different management team.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a new manager in. They've got Steve Holland as an assistant, Johnny Evans.
You got the feel-good vibes, man, and I do think that could really do something. I do like this kind of, not that it's Ollie's Gunnar Solskjaer, and like, who knows what would have happened if he came back, but I just feel like sometimes what you need, bin off the guy that's been making you depressed, bring back an old love.
Oh,
They made you feel warm and fuzzy inside, and yeah, actually the United fans already seem way more, you're just,
oh my God,
now.
I'm so much more joyful. I wasn't even going to wear this hoodie before Carrot came back, and now look at me.
Yeah, look, you're in a good position, actually. If you were to keep that going, depending on what happens on the weekend, regardless actually what happens on the weekend, forget about that. After that game, we're on a title charge.
Yeah, we're on a title charge.
5 charge.
Imagine though. Imagine we beat you the weekend.
It would be the launch pad for your season. 100%.
15 points. That's 15 points between us. Could happen. Could happen.
Less about what's between us, Tom. More into actually who's going down. I mean,
It's sad, isn't it?
It is a bit sad. But I've actually got to apologise to Brentford. Brentford, I think we...
Did I say Brentford?
We did say Brentford to go down. And I went on a bit of a rant because I was like, well, their manager's gone, Thomas Frank, who I rated.
Now he's got to...
Now I don't rate because he's at Spurs. But he rates us. You've seen he's a bit of a fan of Arsenal.
Oh, that is quality. Whoever's got it in his hand, legend.
But yeah, I thought they were doomed. Genuinely, and Buemo left. I was like, Jesus. Like Wissa, yeah, of course. I just think, yeah, if there's one team that screams relegation, it was Brentford. But now I hold my hands up. Keith Andrews, Igor Thiago.
It's ridiculous. I remember start of the season, I think it was like the second or third game, I put Igor Thiago in for a week, didn't score, and I went, take him out. And then he just went on a crazy spree.
He might be starting for Brazil in the World Cup.
But if you're thinking about it, who else have they got? They got Gabriel Jesus, obviously a huge chance.
Richarlison.
Thiago.
And there's something about Brentford, right? Don't know what it is. If you're bald, if you play up front, you suddenly turn amazing.
And he's also, I think he's like 23.
That's the one thing we need to look into. There's no way I'm older than Igor Thiago, but who cares? Because he's balling out for Brentford, and they're going to stay up and have a really good season. Who maybe aren't going to have a good season? Well, look, we'll just get them out of the way straight away. Burnley, we're saying they're going to go down. I'd be shocked if they don't go down. They just seem like such a default team to get into the Prem. I actually said they're a cockroach team of the Prem. They just can't get rid of them. You do get rid of them, they just come back the following year. Do you ever see Burnley staying in this year?
No, I don't at all. I think I don't even really watch Burnley much because I know that they're not even that exciting. I can't think about who they even have up top.
I couldn't tell you. I probably can tell you one Burnley player. Marcus Edwards, that guy that scored. That's just because he scored against Liverpool the other day. That's recency bias.
Esteve, centre back. Yeah, but it's just a bit of a lacklustre team. And sorry, Burnley fans. Like, there's nothing against you as a club. It's just the players aren't.
If they do go and stay up, we'll invite a Burnley fan on the show and we'll apologise. Or I'll apologise to all the Burnley fans out there because, yeah, I just don't see that happening. Now, there is one team we have to talk about.
And we both said that they were going to go down.
And that is Wolves. Look, that is probably at the beginning of the season when they were losing like 20 games in a row, I was like, this team, they were like on record or going to get the record for the least points ever in a season.
Are they through that now?
No, they've still got a few more points to go. But in fairness, Tom, they've been unbeaten in 5. They sort of turned a corner. Now, they probably will still go down. Let's not get that wrong. But they look more of a team and they might give it a go. They might give it a fight.
Yeah, I just don't think that they actually, like what Matt Doherty said the other day, I don't feel like they actually want it enough. And it sounds crazy. I think they've tried and they've done quite well this sort of calendar year so far. Obviously, only been a few games, but like Strand Larson, that guy just doesn't want to be at the club. Like,
I forgot he's even playing for the moment.
If he's got a chance to move this January,
now he'll go. Like that Mane guy looks pretty good though.
Oh, he's incredible. I really, really would love him at United. He stinks of one of those players that just comes through and just is an absolute world beater to start off with, has a little bit of a dip, but then comes back.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel like he would be an incredible player to go to a big team like yourselves or us. Obviously, we can now a big team again. Like
Just one game, by the way. This is so funny. But I'm here for it. Because no tactics has needed this energy. Tom has been depressed for months.
Frying.
And he's back. And whether United are back, let's see about that. But okay, yeah, Wolves, they're down. But it would be the biggest miracle if they were to escape relegation. I'm here for it. But let's see. There's one place we've got to finish. And I mean, God, if you haven't seen this recently in football news, where have you been? We've got to talk about AFCON.
Absolutely. I'm just looking at my phone because I need to be able to find a player's name. There's a player that we need to shout out on this because he is incredible.
Is this the substitute?
Oh my God. Jevan Doof, substitute goalkeeper. Honestly,
I've never thought, before you even get to that, I think we need to rewind it before, because in terms of what happened for us to get to that moment. Oh, actually, no, it happened before, I guess. No, the whole game.
Yeah, the whole game, the Moroccan ball boys were trying to steal Mendy's towel. And it was such a weird thing that the substitute goalkeeper, plays for Nice, he came over and he grabbed the towel and he had to literally fight for the towel.
On the floor.
I've never seen a crazier thing in football. Like, in modern football, that does not happen. Like, he was literally getting assaulted.
But he was literally getting beaten up by like teenagers. It was wild.
I mean, that guy deserves his medal more than anyone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He had a role to play in that game. But in terms of the game itself, I mean, it was going out into extra time. But then Senegal, they score a legitimate goal.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The ref, even before they had the chance for it to go to VAR, blows his whistle. So it's too late now to go to VAR. Literally, no, it's like he hardly even touched it. It's like the softest goal ever. Or softest decision to prevent a goal. Then what happens 2 minutes later, other end of the pitch, literally exact same circumstances. A corner comes in, Diaz acts as if he's been shot. And then, as soon as that ref goes to give it a penalty and goes to the screen, when you see all the Senegal players surround him, it was pure cinema from that moment.
It was, and it was ridiculous. Leaving the pitch. Yeah, leaving the pitch in a final of an AFCON, ridiculous.
Where do you actually stand on that, though? Do you think the manager made the right decision there? Because it was a farce. It was a disgrace.
It was a disgrace, but then also it's a game of football. I think very well said by Thierry Henry in Monday Night Football. I cannot see... Was it Monday Night Football, actually?
Somewhere.
Yeah, it was on CBS. I can't believe in such a big tournament the referees are that bad. Like,
the referee had an absolute generational stinker.
I've watched a few games during AFCON and the refereeing has been terrible across the board. Like, I feel like you need to be able to put the best referees in world football.
In a game of that magnitude as well.
Just in that tournament. Like, why is it different for the World Cup? Why is it different for the Euros? Like, you should still have the best referees in the world refereeing these games. I can't see why it's...
So, you know what I have to give credit to is Mane, because had the team and the manager stayed in the dressing room, very much the referee could have abandoned the game. That is a rule. If the team don't come back out, that's it. Game's finished. But fair play to Mane. I saw people on the phone making calls. Something was going down. And then, Mane managed to bring the team back out for the penalty. And then what we witnessed after that penalty, I mean, he tried to Panenka it in a final, the last kick of the game.
Okay, so...
You think he missed that?
No, I don't. I feel like if there was ever a time to Panenka the ball, okay, think about it. The whole team...
The keeper's going to dive either way.
Yeah. The whole team's left the pitch, yeah? Everyone is off the pitch. You're starting to cool down, you're not keeping warm, you're not thinking about the game. You come back, you've got to have nerves of steel to not dive. As a goalkeeper, think about it. All your job is in that penalty shootout.
It was a terrible Panenka.
It was a terrible Panenka.
Genuinely was. I get what you mean, and if maybe if you're Messi, you can pull that off. But I think it was almost the obvious thing to do that is to Panenka it, because, like you said, the keeper is going to go one way or the other. But for Mendy to stand there, save it. The one thing I did find a bit weird, I'm not sure if you felt the same, in terms of the celebration from both Mendy and the Senegalese players, they didn't really celebrate that much. But maybe they were just so locked in and they maybe thought it was an injustice to carry on with the game. Obviously, ref blew for the whistle. Extra time. It's the crazy thing. We've not even spoken about the goal that was scored.
Or Senegal winning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, literally. It's such a shame because, it was such a good goal that was scored. Top bins. And obviously, when Morocco had a couple chances after that, honestly, it was chaos. It's probably the most chaos I've seen in a game of that magnitude, probably since the World Cup final all those years ago with Mbappe and Messi. And then, Senegal win it, deservedly so.
Yeah,
deservedly. Let's get that in there. But we now have come from this and we're just talking about what actually happened in terms of the refereeing and decisions around the actual game.
Yeah, and I think the worrying thing now is as well, and I think this should have been a picture of Morocco in 2030, obviously holding the World Cup. So what is going to happen? Because that is a worry. That is a massive worry. Like the players did not look safe. There's fans on the pitch after the game. There was the ball boys kicking off and beating up actual players out trying to look after a towel. It was pandemonium. They were actually crazy.
Bro, I can't even imagine what's going to happen in the World Cup in America.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's that first.
If I'm going to be the referee in one of the games for USA, I can...
He's definitely taking the kick off.
Oh,
Yeah, he's taking it.
Yeah.
There's a little...
That's probably going to be an episode in itself when we referee the World Cup. But I guess that's kind of it, really, what's happened this week in football and what's going to come. Yeah. I'm nervous. I'm excited. But what I'm excited for is there could be plenty more episodes where we can talk and chat shit together because No Tactics is back.
We're back, baby.
I've been Oscar.
And I'm Tom.
We've been No Tactics.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.